In this Lord of the Rings Rise to War video, we're going to give you the Commander basics, everything you need to know at the start of the game about how to get the most out of your commanders. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in today's video, this is the promised one where I break down everything you see on this commander screen so that you can get more from your commanders. And let me tell you, I made a few tweaks and I doubled the efficiency of my main commander, Dwalin. So yes, this is very, very important. Now, for those of you that are very new to the game, commanders are what you use to bring armies out onto the field to attack things, take objectives, beat other players, and more. Now, there's a bunch to understand about commanders, and it's way more complex than meets the eye. It's very simple to get started, but the optimizations are super meaningful. We're going to talk about those, and we're going to go from the top of this screen to the bottom, explaining everything that you see here, because every little icon has meanings, starting with the one in the upper right, indicating the race of the commander. This is relevant for gear bonuses, for talent bonuses, and more. Keep that in mind. Below that, there is a little icon, a trait is what I'm going to call it, that gives a bonus to the commander when he gets to level 20. These are very powerful. Dwalin gets a warrior bonus, 25 more might, 2 skill points, and 10% physical damage for himself. If we look at another commander, Boromir has a leader bonus. When he gets to 20, he gets 5 command units. Wow. I'm going to talk about command units in just a bit, but it means more troops to the field. And Merry and Pippin, look at them. They're a support commander. It's locked. It tells you it's unlocked at level 20. And they get 25 focus, 5 skill points. 5 skill points. Whoa. That's a lot of skill points. So you can see that each of these things is different and meaningful. And, I mean, balanced. This gives 25 might, 25 focus, 25 speed, 2 skill points. There could be other ones that I haven't unlocked. These are just the ones that I've got access to. He's got Tipmaster, he's got Special, but tapping these isn't doing anything, so I don't think that those do anything, at least at this moment in time. Now, beneath that sort of trait, which is a bonus when you get to a certain level, there is the favor level. The favor level is important because every time you get a new favor level, you get a new talent point, but there's more. At favor levels 3 and 5, you unlock new talent point options. Now, while we're here, we may as well talk about those talent points. You can see on Haldir, it says I've got points to apply. There's the little arrow up over here next to portrait. When you tap that, you hit allocate points. You can apply your points. You can see here at favor level 3 and 5, you unlock new abilities. Until then, you cannot access them. However, to show you Dwalin, if I give you his points over here, you can see I've got them all unlocked at favor 5. I don't know if this build is the best, but let me tell you something. I changed my build, and I'm losing half as many troops now when I'm fighting. It's absolutely insane. So the right build goes a long way, and while we're here, let's talk a little bit about talents, because there is so much to uncover here. So the way that your talents work depends on the commander, and they have different trees, but you see some of these things over and over. So this musician and relief and level-headed skill or talent combination is something that you'll see other places, like over, let's see, not on Merry and Pippin. I thought Merry and Pippin had it. Who else has that combination? Somebody else has it. Hold on, give me a second to find it. Maybe I should use perhaps a better example, although I could have swore that Merry and Pippin have it. Well, you see level-headed over here and relief. Those are about the same. So some of these abilities are recycled, and I thought there was more overlap here. Here's Harfoot's, which is reducing the time to complete tips, and then some of these other ones are actually slightly different. But if we get a look at Faramir over here, he has Last Steward, also reducing the time to complete tips. So some of these abilities are the same, but the icons and names, I guess, are slightly different. That's what's maybe throwing me off here among these different commanders, because if I make my way back here, War Chant increases allied unit damage. All right. They're similar, is what I'm trying to say. You'll see themes. So, for example, another theme that you'll see in commonalities is increasing the skill damage Durin's Blood. I'm on Gimli. He's got Durin's Blood, Whirlwind, and All In. Well, gee, if I look over here in the exact same spot, Durin's Blood, also Whirlwind, also All In. I'm just saying that there's patterns. When you pick a commander, a part of what you're picking is this right over here. And the combination of those talents is really important. The variety of commanders gives you different combinations of the different talent possibilities. Okay. So you apply your points, and when you apply points, you can only have one in each subtree, these little blue ones, for each 2 points you have over here in one of the main talents. So I just wanted to call your attention to that, because you can't just put like 1 point in Durin's Blood and then 7 into All In, even though that's something I would definitely consider doing. Now, you can see there's a little icon in the bottom left showing your favor level, and also if you tap the plus, you can go in and add more respect-giving items to increase the favor level. You also, by the way, can do this from the tavern. Be careful, by the way, with some of these respect items, which are usable on multiple commanders. You could spend all of them and then realize you wanted to use it on another commander. Ale, by the way, is universal. You give anybody alcohol, and I guess they'll respect you more, which is kind of an interesting message from this game. But if I go back to the commander screen, we continue south from top to bottom here. The level of the commander is stored over here. As you get experience, they level up, you get more points. It's a huge win. The stamina determines how many things a commander can do. When you're out of stamina, you can't do stuff anymore. And you can add more stamina with potions, which are very valuable, very valuable. Use sparingly. There's not a lot of ways to get these, at least in the early game. The next thing is really important, and it's these stats, baby. This is probably what you were expecting from this video, is for me to focus on the stats. Let's start from left to right. Command is the number of units you can bring. Now, note that in an army, depending on what troop type you're bringing, a different number of troops makes up one command unit, okay? So, for example, if we get a look at my troops, I'll go into my city, we'll go to the barracks. One command unit of these master throwers is 100 troops. It says so right there on the screen. But one unit of these ram riders is 50 troops. One command unit is 50 ram riders, or it's 100 of these axe throwers, or 100 of these guardians, or 5 eagles. So 15 eagles is 3 command units. And if we go back to the commander screen, we can see that Dwalin right now has 63 command units that he can bring, a 41 base value and 22 from my bonuses. The next, characteristic here is might. Now, might does several things. It makes it so that your army deals more damage, and also your commander does more damage. It affects the commander's normal attack damage, that's your attack every turn of battle, your physical skill damage as well. So things that do physical skill damage get a boost. It also increases the damage caused by the units in your army, which is a big deal. It's damage. Read this as damage from physical abilities and damage of your army. In addition, focus, the next sort of characteristic here, affects a commander's burn, poison, and focus skill damage. Now, I don't really have any commanders that do that, but there are commanders that do that type of damage. This makes that type of damage go up. It also, by the way, reduces the damage received by your armies. So this is related to tankiness and also certain types of damage. This is related to physical damage and also the damage overall of your army. That's might and focus. Lastly, speed. Speed indicates how fast you walk on the map. It also indicates your turn order in battle. If you go and you look at a battle report, you can see that there are turns. And let me get actually into the report here. I've spent time in here. It's a little weird. But you see how Aragorn attacked first, then the Ram Rider did stuff, then the enemy commander did stuff. I'm showing you this because this is related to the speed of the units. The faster you are, the sooner you go in the turn order, which is relevant because if you've done your damage first, I mean, they have less units left to hit you with, right? So that's how each round works in combat, with speed dictating the order of operations. Now, last but not least is your equipment. And your equipment enhances these suckers right over here. Specifically, a lot of bonuses to might and also focus, but there are other different perks that you can get as well. And I've got a detailed video all about equipment that you can check out in the card up in the top. Tap that little info button. It's going to give you the basics on strengthening your equipment and picking equipment and so on. And there is one little button in the bottom right over here, and that's a little bit of, I guess, flavor text about the commander. Okay, sure. Now, down below, that little sword, even that is something, but not for Season 1. This is available in Season 2. This is a video about basics. And because this is a video about basics, I'm not going to speculate too much about what this is going to do, but I will say that if you wanted to speculate about what it would do, you'd go into the screen where you add favor, you tap the progress button, and it shows you that this feature will be unlocked at favor level 10. So there's something else cooking up here at favor level 10 with your commanders. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. That's what I'm here to do, is to help you get value and smash your enemies. And if you're just looking for my overall beginner guide, wondering, Chisgule, what the heck do I do in this game? I've got a card up in the top that will help you out. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.